All right, everybody. I have a very nice project update to report. I have been working on my Neo-Geo 4-slot, and I was very successful in getting it working. I do have one cartridge for this game. Currently, it's Bust-A-Move, which I love this game. I want to show you guys what I've done. Lately, I have been totally plagued with monitor problems and getting monitors working. But I was actually able to take a 20-inch high-res CRT/VGA monitor, and I was able to use this board here, this CGA to VGA HD board. Voila, I have a working Neo-Geo. One of the other things I've added to the Neo-Geo is I bought a brand new 20 amp power supply. And let's see if I can kind of show you this. The wiring situation here. I actually tapped in to the 5+ in the ground, and that powers this little mini board. There's a little area there that'll do a 5+ and a ground to power the board, or you can use an adapter that's like right there. Yeah, as you can see, the picture is amazing on this monitor. And one of the biggest challenges in this hobby as the years go on is monitor problems. I really struggled finding a 25-inch monitor, so actually acquired this 20-inch VGA CGA style monitor, and it's actually been a gem. So actually it's a really great picture. Actually, you can do all kinds of adjustments on it. And actually, the Neo-Geo is going to be my testing grounds for the Raspberry Pi. I mentioned my Raspberry Pi project that's coming, and I'm going to use the Neo-Geo as my cabinet for this. I'm going to keep the Neo-Geo dedicated because I love Puzzle Bobble. But looking forward to the Raspberry Pi project. Yep, we have a slight mess here in Arcade Hollywood, but yeah, this is actually the slot this is the spot where I'm going to put the Neo-Geo. I actually had a little trouble with my Xevious has some problems, so I'm going to actually put the Neo-Geo right here in its spot, and it's actually going to be a really nice cabinet to go right there, kind of sandwiched in between some of these shoot-'em-up games. To have Bust-A-Move, it'll be a perfect spot for it. All right, so I want to talk about a really cool board that I picked up, really cheap too. It's the CGA to VGA board, and actually it actually transmits an older arcade signal to a higher def signal if you have like an LCD monitor or an arcade style monitor that accepts a higher res picture. So basically, my Neo-Geo was challenged because I did not have a 25-inch monitor that came with this game. So I've been shopping around, looking around for a replacement type monitor for it. I found a 20-inch high-res arcade style. It's almost like a computer monitor, but it's a picture tube style CRT. So really great picture, but I could not get the signal to sync up. The resolution was too high, and it would go out of range because the output on the Neo-Geo just was too low. So I came up with this board. And there's all kinds of settings on here. You can see right here, it's got a menu system. It's got inputs, outputs, and inputs here at the top and the bottom. And it's got an adjustment. It's got an RGB adjustment right here. Really, really great device. I tell you, the picture is amazing. So I would highly recommend if you are challenged for monitor a monitor and you need a replacement of some kind, I would definitely look into this replacement. As powering this board up, you can do two things. If you see here at the bottom, you can use an adapter style plug. It's got the port right there, or it's got a mini plug here to wire into the 5 Plus. A 5 Plus will actually power this board. So I actually tapped into the power supply wiring harness of the NeoGeo, and it actually worked out really good. So I got a playing NeoGeo 4-slot arcade game. Yeah, I'm going to click on the menu button. There you go. You can see main menu. There's up and down, a menu, and then there's also a fourth button, a switch button that actually lets you select certain things. So, and when you first launch this board, you actually have to change the language to English. It's in Chinese. But yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff, like go to the picture. It lets you do brightness, contrast, saturation. Actually, let's go down here. And there you go. And then you could like press up or down to kind of get the saturation, which gives you a little more color. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's say you get the sharpness. You can do the brightness and contrast. So it's really great. So as you can see some of the geometry options, you got the horizontal, hold on here. Here's some of the options. Horizontal position, vertical position, horizontal size, vertical size, the clamp, the 2 clamp settings, and you can go to a default and a return. Let's go to display here. So yeah, you can see here it's got some display options. So depending on your monitor type or some of the resolutions you want to use, I've got this set right now to 800 by 600, which seems to be a good setting. I've used these monitors before for MAME. A long time ago, I actually built a MAME cabinet out of an old Dinarc that was destroyed. So let me show you what's under the hood. I actually took the bolts off. This is a really cool, a very cool monitor. And it's a high-res monitor, and coupled with that new VGA board, I think we're going to have a winner, which I've already done the tests. And right now I'm just taking the main monitor out, and I'm going to modify it. I'm going to create, using a piece of plywood, I'm going to create a frame that fits right into, you can see right there, right into the NeoGeo monitor spot. All right, everybody, I want to pop open the control panel. I want to show you what I did to complete the electronics build of the NeoGeo monitor mod. So if you can see inside here, inside the cabinet, just to the left of the motherboard, I've installed the CGA to VGA monitor conversion board in a very convenient spot so I can actually get access to the on-screen menu options. So if I have to do any adjustments in the future, I'll be able to pop open the control panel and I will be able to access that with ease. I actually did just a touch of a mod. I actually drilled just a tiny hole so that I could feed the 5-volt power up through the bottom. There's a shelf there for the motherboard. And this is a really wonderful project. I have a almost completed project. I have all the electronics working on the NeoGeo. It's a 4-slot. I've had this game for a while. I actually have had it for about a year. I picked it up last year and it just kind of sat in the projects area over there, just waiting for a completion. So basically I've got I got this cartridge from my good friend Todd at TNT.
I banged him over the head.
Very successful project, and we have a 4-slot NeoGeo working. So check that off the list. And I'm looking forward to sticking this into the row of games. So it's April 1st, and let's take a look outside and check out the footage. It's snowing. It is not January or February or even March anymore. This is April 1st, and it is snowing. Look at this. This is not an April Fool's joke. We have snow on the ground. I'm actually doing a little insomnia gaming, so that's why I'm up at 11 o'clock on a Sunday. But my goodness, everyone, we have snow in April. Not fair. That's not fair. Yikes. Boy, I stink at this game. I would definitely say a very successful project. So mark this one off as repaired.
I banged him over the head.
All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Arcade Hollywood. Special shout out to Todd Tuckey at TNT for hooking me up with the Puzzle Bobble cartridge. Once again, wanted to give a huge shout out to my good friend Mike Miller and his band Origami for providing me with all the amazing music for this channel. You can check him out at origami.tumblr.com. Coming soon to Arcade Hollywood, we will have the Bally Midway Solar Fox monitor swap and repair. We will also take you on a road trip to visit Level 257 in Schaumburg, Illinois, and we will have the May Arcade Update episode. This is a great time to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget, you can check me out on Twitter, Arcade Hollywood at Hollywood Arcade. We are also out there on Facebook and Google+. Please email me with any comments or questions at discohollywood1@gmail.com. All right, this does it for another episode of Arcade Hollywood. Until next time, rock on.
Rock